Hello, everybody. I am excited to try these new brushes. I literally have not taken them out of the box yet. I did not mean to be the person that taps. Anyway, I am excited to try these because I have not tried new brushes in a very long time. You know, I kind of use the same couple in every video, and now I'm ready to branch out a little bit. So Fuumuui recently kindly contacted me and asked me if I would give their brushes a go and give my honest opinion about how they perform, if I like them or not. And they were again so generous in allowing me to choose two sets. And I really appreciate that they gave me a choice because there are just some brushes on their site that don't really align with my needs, if you will. Some of them are a little fancier than I need. They also have squirrel hair brushes, which I know is a big thing, probably really cool. Professional people use them, but I'm not that cool. And it just, I don't know, something about squirrel hair. So I've got synthetic brushes here. So let's open them and take a look. And I truly cannot remember what I chose. So artist brush set for watercolor, gouache, inks, paintings. Okay. I love the packaging, by the way. Doesn't that, that kind of looks like the painting I just posted for Tiny Tuesday this week, doesn't it? I didn't use it for inspiration. That's just how I do my trees. Oh, I was expecting it to be a lid, not a slidey out box. Nice. All right, here we go. This is kind of fun. There's a lot in here. Let's see what we have here. All right. We've got, let's see, which is the biggest? A size 16 all the way down to, a size 0. Okay, this looks good. I'm going to remove the plastic off camera because, yeah, you don't need to see me struggle with this. There we go. And also just to point out, whenever you get new brushes, they are stiff. Like this could hurt somebody if they try to poke it. But I'm going to rinse it in water here. Let me show you. I'm going to take my big old water here. There's no soap, there's nothing in it, and I'm just going to kind of like push it down on the bottom and just go like that, and then it's going to be ready to use. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'm going to do all that off camera though, so we can just get into painting. Yeah. Okay, so here you can see the whole set: 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. All round brushes. You know, that's pretty much all I use. This suits my needs for what I do as an artist. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other set that I chose, and then I'm going to test all of the brushes, just kind of how they perform doing lines or squiggles or whatnot. And then I'm going to paint a little painting. All right, now it's time for this set. Oh, it's also a slidey box. And what did I get? What did I get? Ooh, nice. Mop brushes. I will take them out of the packaging off camera. And here is what this set looks like, number 8, 6, and 2. Now, you may be thinking these look considerably larger than the rounds, and they are. For instance, here's a size 2 round next to the size 2 mop quill brush, and that is because they're different brush styles. And so one is round, one is a mop quill, and so the size numbers aren't directly comparable. So just explaining that in case you were confused by the size here. So I'm going to test these brushes with the same paper and the same paints that I've been using in Tiny Tuesdays. For Tiny Tuesdays, I cut this paper up. All right, that way we're just testing the brushes and nothing new with paper or paints that will skew my results. All right, I'm going to start with our largest mop brush, which is a size 8. And we'll just kind of see what it would be like to do a wash on our paper. All right. That's nice. I don't do a lot of washes. I'm kind of excited about these mop brushes because if you're new here, this size would be a very large painting for me. We're painting very tiny, especially this year. I haven't painted anything larger than a 5x7 in a very long time. So I'm excited about these. That's the size 8, size 6. Let's see what we got there. I mean, I have a feeling that it's going to perform very similarly. Looks nice. And, you know, you'll have to let me know in the comments what's important to you in a mop brush. This one is the size 2, the smallest mop quill brush. So I don't know if it's important to you as an artist, if that is drying out at the end there. It might also just be, I didn't exactly like soak it in the water. I just kind of did it like I normally would with my round brushes. So yeah, but these feel really nice. They move nicely. They're smooth. I like them. Let's see. I'm going to take that big one again because I feel like this shape would lend itself nicely to like leaves. So let's see. All right, let's just kind of let it see what kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm not really doing it very well. Let's see. This could be a fun little leaf addition if you're doing a larger painting like that. I mean, it's really just do this, press down, lift up, you know. Huh, that feels, and that's just kind of fun to do anyway. I'm not doing very well with water control here because this is a new brush for me. But I didn't practice with these at all. I'm just trying to do a nice, not nice, but a live, you know, kind of reaction because I don't really know what I'm doing with these. Like that one, I think I just had more water. I don't know. But I'm just, you know, I'm not a person who does that with the brush anyway. Like when I'm using round brushes, if I'm doing a leaf, I'm literally just like kind of going like this and like that and painting it in. So this whole like motion with pressing down is new to me. But anyway, that's kind of fun. And actually, this is an interesting, like, for as big as this brush is, I feel like that tip, I mean, I don't know. It feels like it could still do a nice fine line. So let's just see. Let's see what we can do with this size 8 brush. I can still get a nice fine line out of it. It's not running out of paint. I'm just trying to put a little bit of, like, the least amount of pressure possible. And then same with, what do we have here? My size 6. Same. We can get thinner lines like that. Push down, get thicker lines. That's kind of nice. They just feel very, I don't know, they feel very well made. They look really well made. Like I said before, I really would like to, this is a number 2. I would like to get back into larger painting at some point. I've got some ideas that I want to do. Oh boy, so many ideas, so little time. This is nice. You know, this is still a fairly large brush, and it's a mop brush. It makes nice fine lines. Let's switch over to our round brushes. Now, I don't think it's necessary to test all of these. If you disagree with me and want me to test anything, then let me know. I think I'm just going to take the sizes that I normally use in paintings, which is a 2, a 6, and sometimes a 0. That's a 4. Where's my 6? There's my 6. So 6, 2, 0. And let's just see how these perform in comparison to the ones that I have been using for, oh my gosh, maybe a year? I don't even know. A long time. We will start with my size 6 brush. You know, they all have a really nice point to them. Size 6. And also I'm pressing down harder, harder, harder. All right, and then see how little I can get the lines as well. When you're doing little details, that's nice. I have had quite a number of different companies reach out to me. I have so far said yes, like agreed to 3 of them. This being the second one I've agreed to. I have one more. that I'm excited to share with you. But anyway, all that to say, I don't just say yes to everybody who's like, hey, can we send you something to, test on your channel? Like I said, I've said yes to 3. Um, and I don't know. I can't talk and do this at the same time because what am I even doing? Anyway, just having fun. But all that to say, I just want you to know I'm not just testing everything that comes my way. Because some of the things, honestly, some of the things are kind of weird. And some of them, I look into their companies and I just I don't want to work with them. But I was excited about that one. Okay, so this was size 2, and then now I've got my size 0. And, you know, my size 0 is not, I'm trying to be really, really, really light. Like this was my giant mop brush, wasn't it? So they all just have a really nice point, like tip to them. That's nice because yeah, that was I'm almost positive. Now I can't remember. That was a whole, minute ago. But if you're like me and don't like to switch brushes all the time, I mean, this mop brush, this is the size 0, and here's my giant mop brush. All right, what is on the tip? I'm trying to see if this is, okay, I thought it was a thing coming out of it, but it's not. It was, I think they were just separated and not, I didn't get the point or the tip like all nice and together. Sometimes there's just fuzzies floating around and there's a constant battle with cat hair that I'm in. All right, so you get the idea. This is a giant mop brush. All right, let's paint. Let's just paint a little painting real quick and then we'll be done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stick with our tiny theme like we've been doing all year. If you've been following along, 52 tiny paintings, one every Tuesday in 2026. All right, and I am going to use, on this tiny paper, I'm going to use my giant number 8 mop brush just for fun. And I'm going to recreate a painting we did in our series this year, one of my favorite ones. And we're going to do a fried egg. And I've decided to speed this up and do a voiceover because you don't need another egg tutorial right now. Loving how quickly the mop brush just filled in my background for me. You'll see here I'm using a size 6 round, and then I switch over to a mop brush just to blend some colors back to a round. I just kind of tested maybe 5 or 6 brushes in this little painting, and I'm really happy with these brushes. And in fact, I don't know if I've said it yet, but I've thought it. I'm switching to these brushes. My other brushes have been fine and served me well, but I like that I have more of a variety with these brushes. I love having the mop brushes. That just feels like a nice addition to the set. So yeah, stay tuned. Maybe I'll do some larger paintings here in the future using these mop brushes, loving the nice tips on all of these. And I hope that if you give these a try, you love them too. And as of the moment I am posting these, both sets are on sale. And you can also get 10% off in addition to that with my discount code, which is simply Kari. Trying to keep it simple, you know? All right, let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, or if you would like me to do any other tests with these brushes before you give them a try. All right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.